Hello, everyone. The Honest Collector here to give you the truth on the new Mattel DC. That sounds so insane. On the new Mattel DC Core Batman. This has been drawing a lot of attention from people all over the internet and a bunch of comparisons. This feels quite heavy. Okay. This feels quite heavy, actually, which is really interesting. I wonder what's taking up all the weight or how heavy the figure is, but we get some really nice kid-looking packaging. This is filling up in Targets, which is where I got mine, and some Walmarts, and it looks like it's based off of the Hush design, as we see right here. Just some, actually, no, just some other just designs and stuff like that, some comic splash pages of Batman throughout the years, and we got a classic blue Batman. This looks so nice for a kids line. This is a kids line. It's called the Core line, but it's for kids, and it's not the collector line yet. So please, if I say that this figure is great and amazing, it's because it's kid standards. But does this kind of fill in for a collection or a collector's figure? I actually don't know, because I'm seeing some sculpt, some texture, and if this is what the kids line looks like, I am so ready to see what they put out as the collector line. All right, so here is the figure out of the packaging. I'm actually going to turn on another light. Hold on. Here we go. So taking a look at this Batman figure here, he looks really good for a kids line. Wow. Just wow. I did bring in a McFarlane Toys blue Batman. I have the recent released Hush Batman here with their cloth cape, and the closest thing I can find to this design, matching this design. Now, first thing you can see is that he has way more green, or not, no, he has way more yellow in this blue, and I don't mind it. Again, if this is the kids line, I'm just reviewing this to get a taste of what Mattel is going to give to their buyers, their collectors. And first thing I noticed is kind of weird. He's got like these really weird shoulders, like not proportion-wise. Proportion-wise, they look amazing, but they just look a little lumpy. Like there's some armor under the shoulders. I don't know, it just looks a little odd, but it has really nice sculpt work here, and they are doing a great job with this. You get a nice yellow belt here, which just slide up and down, and oh, there it is. Dang, that was crazy. Oh my gosh. So we do get a waist swivel here. That's more on articulation, but just taking a look at the figure, it's just gray plastic. We get a nice clean painted bat logo, which looks really great. The head sculpt is amazing. Maybe a little too hard on the lips, but I don't really think so. Let's just try and pull this in more and get it under more light. I think they did a great job with this. They got the white eyes and everything, and they got some black paint for shadowing under there, and even the rest of the figure, it's all molded plastic, but it is so nicely done. Is that a boot swivel? Kind of. Yeah, no, that's a boot swivel. That's a, wow, okay, all right. I'm jumping ahead. I'm jumping all over the place. I have not been excited for a DC line in a long time, and this is because this is 6 inches. You can fudge this and fit it in with your Marvel Legends stuff. Here is the Mafex, much more premium quality, high-end figure. Here these guys are. Here they are next to each other, smidge taller, and I'll do more comparisons later. But again, I'm a little all over the place, but we can finally fit our budget-friendly DC figures in this collection, whether you want to go the full $25, $24, whatever, or if you want to do some other lines, some Jada, some Marvel Legends, all that stuff. That's not this guy's selling. I mean, it is the selling point because we've had the 7-inch for so long, but just because I can fit him in with others is not going to give a huge bias in this, although there might be some, I will be honest. So again, a little kid's toy line. You get a soft goods cape here, which is nice and pretty good for, again, a figure that's $13. I didn't even go over the accessories. It's more of the weapon rack stuff that we see with Playmates and other Mattel stuff. So we get we get 3 batarangs here. We get little smoke bombs, a grapple gun, a different type of batarang. I guess that's more like swooshing in the air and stuff. That's really cool. We do get a bat. I don't even know what that is. This right here. And then we do get these, which I don't really know how you attach them. I don't exactly know what you're supposed to do with these, so forgive me, but a lot of this stuff is cool here. I really do like it. It does give that very toy feel, and it is just nice. It even comes with a little stand, so you can actually display this stuff. That is so cool. So again, for a kid's figure, it has great sculpt, great proportions, great paint. All of that stuff looks wonderful. Onto the articulation. He's going to look this high up, which is what we see on average Marvel Legends with a dumbbell joint. So looking down is that much. You get some tilt there and stuff like that, which is really nice. Good movement for this. Usually we're stuck with just a single ball joint, no peg or anything like that. This is a double ball peg here, which is really good. Arms are going to move all the way around, move up to 90, get really nice bend for single jointed elbows. You get the swivel in there as well. And then you get the standard Hasbro hinge moving like this and all around. And then we get a waist twist here, no ab crunch or anything, which again, I'm going to forgive because this is a toy line. It's already coming with plenty. And they're already basically following Hasbro articulation already, just with an ab crunch or something like that. This would be what we're getting with $25. So then kicks up this far, doing really good, kicks that far back, upper thigh cut. Finally, we have proper thigh swivel back in our DC figures. Then we have a double jointed knee, which works decently enough. Proportioning is good. A boot swivel, like I mentioned before, and no ankle articulation. The ab section and ankles are the only real things we're lacking here. Other than that, this guy is super fun to pose around and just mess with. This is definitely a pocket figure. If you just want a pocket figure that's like, if you ever lose it or something like that, you could stop on your way to Target, on your way home after wherever you lost it, and come and get it back. And this guy also does have boot swivels, so you can still find ways to stand him and pose him and do other stuff. For a kid, for what this is meant for, this is how you get kids back into action figures, because it's budget friendly at only $13, which I know is still kind of expensive, but compared to the other stuff, the average Playmates toys of Ninja Turtles were like $10. So for just a little bit more, you're getting a lot of good sculpt, good paint, good articulation, good accessories and everything like that. And just overall, like, looking at this from a kid's perspective, I want to give this a 9 out of 10. And I'm going to do that right now. That's the rating I'm giving this. This isn't just overhype. Because I'm not reviewing this as a collector item. This is not supposed to be held under the same light. If this was a $30 collector item, I would say that this is ridiculous. We're not having this. What is this? This is unacceptable. We should have more accessories. The weapon rack stuff is stupid. But this is a kid's line, and for what it set out to do, it absolutely nailed it. So now, with the fact that we can talk about comparing these next to some other figures, I did make my own Wonder Woman out of the Power Princess Marvel Legends figure, and this is just perfect. Batman is a little on the tall side, but that's okay. Sometimes she's just this height. She's just a little, kind of around their height. Still got some real size to her, actually. And I think this works really well. I already showed you guys the Mafex Batman next to him, which again, this is roughly the same size, so this is gonna work. And then someone like Sagat for some martial arts background stuff. Here he stands. Also great. So that's really good too. And one thing I wanted to say when bringing this Batman in is that this is the difference between these guys, that you're basically, I modded him so it's different, but you're not going to get any ab articulation here. You're only going to get a swivel out here. And then these, again, this is $25. You get the double jointed elbows, which is nice, bicep swivel. and then the ball hinge, or the ball joint. So that's okay. Legs are kicking up that far, which is just not great. And the proportioning is all off. This guy looks a little silly. And the neck is all connected into one. It gets worse range than this somehow. And they both have cloth capes. It's just, this one is wired, but has a crappy material. And some of them don't. But like also the head sculpts, they're not doing the best job either, McFarlane Toys, because this is supposed to be this guy. And when you look and see these two, you see one is painted way more clean than the other. And yeah, it just... one of them looks really like a superhero, and the other one does not. They just did not nail it with these figures. And it goes to a bigger video topic that I want to talk about later. But I digress, and we will just say, yes, we can enjoy these as adults because it's a really good kids line, but more, this is for the kids. This should be for the kids. This should be for them. Let them enjoy this. I understand all the adults are getting this stuff now, but for the people that are saying this sucks, Mattel's going to do bad, just let the kids enjoy their figures. This, at the end of the day, this is a collector kind of thing for them. And I think it's just time that we wait our turn. We just wait our turn, stop with all the BS and the controversy about actual kids' toys at this point. And just let the kids have fun, man. And if you are willing to not go insane over these things, have some fun too in picking this up and going like, you know what? This is actually a really nice basic 6-inch Batman. And yeah. That's going to be it. So thank you guys. I know it's a little bit of a different review, but I just wanted to talk about this and get this opinion out. Thank you guys so much for all your support on all my other videos. The Mafex Batman one did really good. Thank you guys so much. It really means a ton to me. And yeah, so please spread peace, love, and be greater together. Subscribe and turn on notifications so that way I can give you the truth on the next figure. Goodbye.